You're listening to Tehachapi with Key Budge, Tori Costello, Greg Garrett, and Ashley Whitmore.
It's Tehachapi time. Maya Acosta here, introducing a new segment that we want to get going with the Tehachapi Police Department. So I'm joined by a special guest here. I have Sergeant Drew Funderburk with me. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So we've brought you on. You're kind of the first test subject on here. So thank you for being a willing participant.
Yeah, no problem.
But really, with this, we just want to get to know you better, and down the road, pretty much everyone that works for the department, just to, let the community know that, you're not just someone rolling around in a black and white. You're just a community member and a person as well. So tell me a little bit about yourself, how you came to be a member of TPD.
Well, I've been here about 8 years. I came over in 2015. I worked for the Arvin Police Department before that. This is my hometown, actually. I grew up here. My family moved here, I believe, in 88 when I was about 6 years old. And I went to Wells Elementary and Jacobson. It was a junior high back then. It wasn't a middle school. And I went to Tehachapi High School, which is now where Jacobson Middle School is at. So this is my hometown. It was always a dream of mine to come work here and be a police officer in my hometown. And, I got a lot of friends and family that are still up here that, it's personal for me to take care of this community. Absolutely.
So what does that feel like, showing up to work every day knowing that, you're not just protecting a community, but you're protecting your community?
It's a really rewarding feeling coming in and knowing that you're working for a great city. Both the citizens and here at City Hall, everyone has our backs. It's a great place to work, and I enjoy coming to work every day.
Awesome. What to you is your favorite part of the job?
Just seeing a difference that you make in someone's life. There's generally, as a police officer, you're dealing with people on some of the worst days of their lives, and just taking time to, speak to them in a certain way creates a lasting impression with them as far as law enforcement goes, and you build a rapport with your community members, and that citizen will remember you next time they need help, or if they're a witness to something else, they're more than likely to be more willing to talk to you. And
yeah, absolutely. So bringing compassion to the job and to any interaction you may have with the public then. Yeah.
And, you have to have compassion and reverence for everything, and understand that people may be falling on hard times, and, there's no reason to throw salt in their wounds. You have to understand why we do the job that we do. And it's not to bring people down. It's to protect the community and, if we can, help people out.
Right. And you mentioned you previously worked for Arvin PD. What's it like, your experience now working for TPD? If someone's, interested in becoming a police officer or working for a police department, why would you suggest maybe looking at Tehachapi?
Tehachapi, I mean, obviously, and you look outside today, the weather is all the equipment that we wear on a daily basis, coming somewhere where you have great weather and nice, clean air, that makes a huge difference. Just the comfort of life. And this is a really great city, a really great community. And, we have the support of the citizens, the city council, and our city government. And it's becoming a more rare and rare thing in our profession. A lot of the movements across the country that we saw a couple of years ago, we didn't have that here. It was quite the opposite.
Right. And historically a fairly low crime rate too.
Yeah, it is. And it's a department that you can come and kind of make it what it is. You can be as proactive as you want to be, and the citizens appreciate that, and you get a lot of positive feedback from them.
That's good. I think I've heard Tehachapi be referred to as the heaven between two hells. I'm not exactly sure what that's in reference to particularly, but I think that can relate to, like you said, clean air for one, a supportive community, and those low crime rates.
Yeah, and maybe they were referring to the heat.
Could be.
It gets pretty hot in Lancaster and Bakersfield. Bakersfield's a different kind of heat because it's, you have all the ag down there. It gets a little muggy down there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and you come up here and it's about 15 degrees cooler and a nice breeze, and it feels like heaven.
Yeah, I commuted to Bakersfield for about 2 years, so yeah, that shock of being freezing in the morning and hot as soon as you step foot into Bakersfield, and then vice versa coming home is something else.
Yeah, you really appreciate that the weather, just the community up here, and it's beautiful up here.
Very much so. Can we talk a bit about crime prevention? I'm kind of thinking towards the holiday season is coming up. What do you see or maybe recommend for people that are ordering a bunch of packages? There's, in years past been all a bunch of, news about porch pirates and that sort of thing.
We're coming up on the holiday season, and what I do at my house is we have a big planter with succulents that we keep outside, and it's a good place for Amazon when they come drop your package, because they will generally try to not have your package just sitting out in the open. If you have a way that Amazon can, the delivery drivers can conceal the package so that someone walking by doesn't see, most of these are crimes of opportunity. They're just walking through the neighborhood and they see, oh, this guy's, got a package here. I'm going to go take it, see what it is. And, out of sight, out of mind. It'll help. It's not going to prevent all the thefts, but it's going to help.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Turning now to some community involvement. There's a program through the Tehachapi Police Department called the Volunteers and Police Services, or VIPS for short. Can you tell me a little bit about that? What it means to you, as a sergeant, to involve the community in that way, and why maybe someone should think about joining?
Yeah, the VIPS program is actually very, very valuable for us. As a matter of fact, my father is a volunteer for the police department. And
very cool.
Just called him today to go help pick up some information, some tapes and stuff for our detective bureaus. And, that's a task that they don't have to do because, they have a volunteer that can go down and they can keep working on their work, and he can help get information for them. A lot of the times they do court runs for us, take the, paperwork to the Mojave court. We have things that sometimes need to go down to the crime lab. It's just, a great way to, help augment the police department and help with the some of the day-to-day tasks that, would otherwise take an officer out of service.
Yeah, absolutely. Somewhat of the unsung heroes of the police department.
They really are. They really are. And it's a great program, and I encourage anyone that's interested to apply.
Is there any sort of time commitment with that, like a certain hours you have to put in a week, or?
We try 18 hours a month, but it's not something that is strictly enforced. Just it's really as needed. We'll call if there's a court run that needs to be done, or if there's like the Memorial Day parade, Veterans Day parade. They'll come and help with traffic control, setting up barricades at certain intersections and direct traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's even another opportunity for VIPs themselves to get involved in the community too, through kind of the face of the police department. Yeah,
and it's and they're non-sworn. They're maybe a little bit less intimidating for people to come up and talk to a volunteer and ask about what's going on with the police department than us. Sometimes we look a little intimidating to people. So.
No, not at all. You're sitting here without your vest, so
yeah. Yeah, it's, I wouldn't be able to get this close to the microphone if I had my vest on.
Well, is there anything else going on, within the department or within the community that, you want to share or get out there to listeners?
No, I just want to let everyone know that our officers are out there doing hard work. We just completed executing 5 search warrants here in East Kern for a narcotics investigation that's still ongoing, and our officers are out there, trying to keep this community as safe and pristine as possible, because this is a nice jewel in this county.
Yeah, it is. And you guys do a really fantastic job doing that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Now, one more thing for you. As a sergeant, I know recently we've had 3 recruits go through the Sheriff's Academy, correct?
Yes, yeah.
How does that feel, seeing those recruits come? I think I may be wrong, but all of them, I believe, are local.
Yes.
And then being put through another local academy to then join the local team right here in Tehachapi.
It's great. It's the first time that we're trying this. And recruiting in law enforcement just in general is pretty hard. The job isn't as desirable as it used to be, just given, politics and all that. And to have people that are local, you want people from the community that are going to stay here. And that's what we're trying to do with this new recruiting program and sending people through the academy. And, we can get them out of the academy and train them how we want our officers to be here at Tehachapi Police Department.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I thank you so much, Sergeant Funderburk, for taking some time to come and talk to me today. And we'll get the rest of your department on here to
yes.
sit in the hot seat as well.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Tehachapod is a conversation about Tehachapi, featuring the community members who make this such a special place to call home. If you have a question or a thought you'd like to share, email media@tehachapiCityHall.com. Thank you to Gary Mazzola for sharing his song, This is Tehachapi.